Welcome back, guys, to another episode of Slay the Spire. We are continuing. I think this is the third episode of the second run. The episodes are just a little off on the channel because the last act of the first run, the recording either got deleted or misplaced. I was not able to find it, so I just kind of like continued the episode's on from the number that it was supposed to be. So we have like a whole episode that got missed out on. But yeah, anyways, was this the 7th episode? So we're getting the hang of things for the most part. I think we're on the second, like we're about to approach the second boss here pretty soon. And then there'll be a third act, and then I think after that, that would complete the second run for us. So anyways, let's continue on. So we're here at the merchant, where we could get some stuff if we want to. That's actually pretty cool, but I'm also looking to add some different cards to my deck. Put a card from your hand to the bottom of your draw pile. It costs 0 until played. That would be really good if we had just a really high energy card, but we really don't, because I kind of prefer not to play with those. We can't get this, but I'm just curious about these cards. Deal 14 damage, discard all non-attack cards in your hand though. Yeah, I don't think that's really worth it. We could do this again, which again would just give us more of the cards that give us more energy. This would just give us next energy for the next turn. Now this is interesting because it would give us a bigger amount of block, which we don't have a lot of block cards. Getting another one of these would also be really interesting because then we could stack up on shivs, because we'd have 2 of these in our deck then at that point in time. Let's see. Honestly, I wish I could get both of these. Can I sell cards? I don't think you can sell cards. You can do card removal, but you can't sell the cards that you have, correct? Yeah. I don't think we can. I'm curious though, what would the upgrade look like for... What am I looking for here? I guess what does the upgrade look like for this one? So it just has more damage, not more energy. No, where's the one where it adds this one here? So the upgrade, I don't think there is an upgrade for that. No, yeah, there's definitely not an upgrade for that. Okay. So wait, is this one? This one isn't upgraded all the way. I'm kind of confused. As much as I kind of want to go for this because it would give us, again, a lot of attack stuff, I think what we should do is maybe go for one of these and then maybe go for... Ooh, I wouldn't be able to get both of these, but I could get this one, which would give me more energy. I think we're going to do that. Then we'll proceed. Let's kind of warm back up with a monster fight before we get into... But the thing is, if I don't do a monster fight, I could potentially then upgrade one of my cards. Now let's do a monster fight. This is my first fight of the day, so I kind of want to warm up before I handle the boss. Discard your card, then draw... just no, discard your hand. Yeah, I don't want to do that. I really want to make sure to kind of use this because I'd like to get more shivs in. But we have 15 damage that we need to block. And we really don't have enough block for that. What is this going to do? Draw 3 cards. Dexterity would give us more block, but I want to hold on to that for the boss, I think. So... what do you think we do? Let's let's just see what this gives us. Add blank random colorless cards into the hand that cause 0 this turn. But this costs 3, but then all the colorless cards that we would have, we would be able to use. I wouldn't say I like that one at all. Well, why don't we go ahead and gain block, and then maybe let's see if we can get more block cards. That would give us 11 block, which then would give us, quick math, 16, which is enough, and then would apply a weak, which means that they would just deal less damage. I think that's what we're gonna have to do. So we'll do that. And then end our turn, so we'll be able to block this and then hopefully attack next turn. Because I'd love not to have to take any damage, so that way when we get to the next campsite, we can actually upgrade a card. Okay, 15 more damage again. So, well, this costs us nothing, so we might as well go ahead and use that. We do have these, though, that can heal a little bit if we need to. Let's gain 5 block, and then honestly, we'll use this so that way we have energy next turn, and we'll just have to take some damage, I guess. Okay, so draw cards, they have 7 in your hand. I definitely think that's worth it, because then every card after this is now going to be pretty helpful. I definitely want to get a potion, because you just never know what it could get you. Okay, 10 damage to all, and then let's get 7 cards and see what we could potentially get. So again, we might as well, because it's going to do damage. More damage from attacks is obviously going to be really, really good. This would give us more energy, though, for the next turn. And this would allow us to heal a little bit, which is also kind of important. You know what, let's do that so we can heal a little bit. And then we'll end our turn. Okay, we should be able to just end things this turn. But let's I think we should be able to. 6 plus, I mean, it's still gonna count. Yeah, so 6, that's 11, 12, 13. Dude, no, actually that wouldn't be enough, would it? I guess I could use this potion though. Let's definitely use this so we can heal. I guess we could use this and see if we can get better attack cards. So we would deal 9 damage. And we would have discarded a card. I'm not really trying to use block, so we'll get rid of that. This would do 9 damage, which is actually enough. Oh, no, I thought it was going to be enough. Apparently not. We'll do that one, and then that one. There we go. Okay. Ancient Gold attack potion. Oh. That'd be really good for if we need extra block. If we just are looking for cards. We'll discard this one, and I like this one better. Choose 1 of 3 random attack cards out of your hand. It costs 0 this turn. And then add 3 shivs into your hand. So instead of the 4, it's 3, but to add that in there would be good. This is going to give us another... Again, here's damage, here's extra energy though. Ooh, what to do, what to do? The 3 shivs though. And there wouldn't be 4, they're 5 damage, so that's 15 damage compared to 8 damage, but then you get energy. You know what though? I'm gonna get that. I have an idea that we might get lucky if we have that. So I could rest, but I'm not too concerned with our health right now. So I'd prefer to upgrade a card actually. So that just costs 0. That'd be kind of nice. 3 intangible. This could be like a really good card. As long as we have the energy for it. And then that just does more damage. Add 2 colorless cards into your hands. And that would heal more, which could be good. This would give us more block, which could also be really helpful. Oh, a whole other energy? Or we could do this one, which would give us 4 shivs. Like I said, I just had this idea in my mind of like getting the card where it's like every card that you play you do damage, and then me getting like all the shiv cards. Could potentially happen. Okay, let's see how this boss fight's gonna go. You never know how a boss fight's gonna go, so... negates 2 debuffs, so we're gonna want to kind of knock that out probably as soon as possible. We don't know what he's gonna do this turn either. We don't have anything for discarding any cards, do we? Or no way to discard a card, I should say. So I think we should do this so that way we continue to get the extra shiv into our hand. And then I think that we should do these so that way we could heal. And then we'll end our turn. Minions. Of course it's minions. Then he's going to do 14 damage, so we want to make sure to block that. So we can gain 8 block if we get rid of one of these cards. So let's do this, and then it heals us, which like I'm kind of wanting to do, but I'd actually rather have the extra energy, I think, right now. So let's get rid of this guy, and then we can gain 7 block, which should block this, and then we'll get the extra shivs, and then we're gonna want to take out some of these guys. So let's go ahead and get some extra damage going there, and why not go ahead and use that? We'll make room for a new potion. What was that? On death, Wraith form is returned to your hand. So they steal cards from me? Okay. That's pretty crazy. So yeah, I kind of want to use this one, and definitely want to use that probably. Let's see what kind of card we would have. Oh, but we should have played that before. Rookie mistake. Draw 2 cards, put a card from your hand on top of your draw pile. Okay, so then it gets drawn again, but we don't know what we could potentially get. Okay, again, another 0 card. So let's definitely... What's that, 12 damage? Let's use it on this guy, because we want to bring it down. So when we use a card, we can do this, and then that'll take damage. On top of the draw pile. Well, I kind of need block, I think. But we definitely want this after the card that we played. Actually, we might be able to just kill him. We may not need block. I'm gonna risk it. So I think I don't need block. I think we can kill him pretty easily. So then we'll kill him. Then he's dead. Then we can just do some damage here. Maybe we should have applied vulnerable first. Do obtain a potion? I think we... maybe make him vulnerable? And then that doesn't... yeah, that doesn't really matter. So we'll end our turn here. What does this do again? Oh, we don't have any block. Okay, so then he wants to do 20 damage. Oh, the vulnerable didn't even hit. I forgot about that. Ah, damn, okay. But we need to be able to block like 20 damage somehow. So there's 5. Could draw attack cards. Okay, we're gonna drink this. And I'm kind of hoping that that will help. We'll do 4 damage there, 9 damage there, and then 7 in heal. Yeah, 7 in heal. End our turn. We should be able to block this perfectly. I think I just realized something. When I played that card that keeps your block, I didn't realize that I also lost block due to the enemy's attack damage. So I think that's what happened before. So block and then use a buff. Let's go ahead and do this because that should take this off. So now we can actually put stuff on him. Such as something like this. Kind of debating, I don't need a heal. Let's do this, and then let's see if we can't get any better cards here. Actually, that's pretty great. And then, sure, we'll gain block. End our turn. So now they wants to do 38 damage. Okay. So for this specifically, I don't have a lot of block going on here. So this is gonna be tricky. I also don't have a lot of health. So I almost feel like I should... Can I discard a card? So this doesn't cost anything, so I might as well just use it. I mean, actually, maybe not, because I didn't do anything. I would have been able to actually get a whole another card that could be a defense card. This is a defense card, but it's also I have nothing comparable to being able to block 38 amount of damage. And all I have is this guy, which gives us attack stuff, but I think we're gonna have to just try to block as much as possible. That, or I can use this to get more energy for the next turn. But yeah, I think we're gonna have to just try to block as much as possible here. Oh no, this would have been fantastic. But oh, that would have been great. That would have been so clutch. But I don't have 3 energy. So at this point in time, I'm just gonna have to take a hit here. I'm debating whether or not I do this for the damage or this for the energy. Probably the damage. I can't forget that I have this. This could give me a really good attack card at some point in time. Yeah, I can't even take another thing of damage here. Oh, he's stunned though. Okay. So what I'm really needing is fill all your empty potion slots with random potions. If I do this, gain 1 ritual, gain strength at the end of your turn, apply 6 poison. Yeah. At the end of your turn, okay. I kind of want to see. Again, I don't. Ooh, actually, hold up. I could use these though, because he's not going to attack. I could use these to build block now. The only thing is that I really don't have a lot of block cards. Like, that would give me 10, 15. Actually, it's not a bad move. Well, actually, I can only play 2 of them, so I can only do 10. But I'd be able to start with 10, but then I start with 6. But it wouldn't stay, I guess. What do we do? Do we just try to take him out? So if we apply weak, yeah, I don't think I'm gonna worry about that. Let's go ahead and throw that in the discard. And then it's at the end of your turn though, right? That will gain strength. I say that we'll put this on, and then we'll play all of these cards. And because I think right now we're gonna just try to beat him. Okay, so he's gonna want to do 18 damage, which would still put us in a position to be alive. If you discarded a card this turn, you gain 2. Can we discard a card at all? Ooh, that's really tempting though. But yeah, I don't think we'll be able to discard a card anyways. But I think that we should definitely do this, and then we can do that. We'll gain block, and we can do damage there and do this and heal a little bit. I might actually be able to make this, guys. It's gonna be close, and the third act is gonna be tough as balls, dude, but okay, so now he's gonna what? He's in defensive mode. Okay. Let's put poison on his ass, dude. We need to use these two because we need to like heal as much as possible. I think we should. Ooh, but see the poison though, bro. It's 3 poison to random enemy 4 times. So it'll be 12 poison, which means 16 damage That'll slowly go down. That would do 16 damage and 15 damage next turn. That could be huge. Oh, all the things that I could do. But also having the extra energy for the next turn could be crazy. But also being able to do some damage and heal right now would also be crazy. I think I could do these 3 cards here. You know? I would heal for 4, I'd do 18 damage, and then I would have energy for the next turn to hopefully prepare myself for what's to come. But then the poison could do so much damage over time, dude. Okay. I think we're going to do this and then use this so we have extra energy next turn to hopefully prepare us for whatever's about to come. Okay, so he wants to do 2 16s. What's that, 32? Yeah, 32 damage. I'm not gonna be able to block that, so I have to kill him. I have to kill him. I don't think I can block that. If I discard a card, so that's 8 block. What's that? 8, 13. But wait, that's 50 damage. That's 50 damage. Would that do it? I don't know. That's the thing. Hold on. We have 11, 16, 24. I mean, that would keep us alive. But, and then we would have 1. Dude, but this might just end it right here. And then we would heal before the next act. But if it doesn't work, I gotta make sure this works. He has 6 armor. That's it, right? So this would do 50. 50 minus 6 is 44. That should do it. Dude, if this doesn't do it, I'm gonna be so mad. I had the extra shiv. We did it. We freaking did it. Okay, a fire potion and a new card. Whenever you play a card, gain 1 block. That, with the shivs, dude, that could be huge. That would be huge, actually. I think that's gonna be the card we get. Deal 14 damage. I don't want that one. You cannot draw additional cards this turn. Reduce the cost of all cards in your hand to 0, though. Nah, I think it's a card though, but it's not going to be a card that we start with though, is it? Unless we upgrade it, maybe. At the end of your turn, you no longer discard your hand. That's interesting. So then you wouldn't lose out on certain cards. Replaces Ring of the Snake. At the start of your turn, you draw 1 additional card. But if it replaces it, are we drawing 3 cards then? At the start of your turn, you draw 1 additional card. This is 2 additional cards. Oh. At the start of your turn. So then every turn we get an additional card versus just starting off with 2 extra cards. And this one doubles the effectiveness of potions though. So this one could be good, but you might also like want to get through your other cards quicker. But then also like, you no longer discard your hand. Then like, you'd be able to like hold on to like block cards. Like that kind of actually change the game completely. I'm actually gonna do that one. Let's proceed. So Act 3, the Beyond. So yeah, we're fully healed. I say that we go here because I kind of want to go for a mystery here soon. This might be an extra long video because I kind of want to see if I can beat like this whole act. We'll see. Well, we only have to worry about this guy this turn, so we just need to be able to block that. Which we've got this, which will block it so long as we discard a card, which we don't need the block card anymore. Oh, but I forgot that we could have held on to that, couldn't have we? This guy has the highest health, so let's try to take him out first. I definitely want to make sure that we play this card. And then the question is do we try to go for extra energy or do we try to get a potion? Ooh, but this card will actually stick around, won't it? So let's actually definitely do this card. And these cards should stick around. I don't know how many cards we have in our hand then. Like how many does it default to? Oh, okay. But also, those cards don't disappear, do they? They're unplayable. I just thought about that. That's actually... Ooh. That could be really bad then. Unless those ones disappear, but... So then we have 9 that we have to deal with. This is going to give us 11 block. What do we do? Probably go for the 11 block and then we'll weaken... this guy, because I'm assuming he might attack next turn, so I want to go ahead and weaken him. And then let's actually gain 5 block and then not lose the block for the next turn. And then we're gonna just do some damage to take out some of these guys. And there we go. Which, you know what that also means though? We can hold on to those Shiv cards every time that they come in. Okay, so then this guy wants to do 8 damage. And like, look how many like healing, dude, this is actually kind of crazy because we're getting so many cards. It feels a little OP, to be honest with you. This costs nothing, so we might as well go ahead and use it. And then, oh, this explodes this turn? Okay, well then you're gonna die for sure. Just gotta figure out in what order I want to do this. I mean, that'd be 30 damage. My only question is we could use this to get a potion at least, and then we could kill him. Kill him. Those shivs come in handy, bro. Ooh, another 1 for block. That could be good. Or keeping this in our deck for turn, for extra energy. Deal 6 damage for each skill in your hand. Dude, that could actually be so good because our hand is like building. Ooh, that it could be a high damage card right there, but also being able to have more block and to build that up would also be really nice. Because again, I keep saying I'm low on block with my cards right now, but I haven't seen this card yet, and our new ability here makes this seem really valuable. But also getting one of these cards also could be helpful with keeping energy up. To play all the cards that are in her hand. I think I'm gonna go with my gut tells me that we need more block. So I think we're gonna go for that. And then let's see what we're gonna be dealing with here. As you head upwards, hopping from one floating shape to another, you slip, you begin to fall. While in free fall, you consider your options. Land safely with your greatest techniques, channel the power to survive the fall, or strike at the wall to hang on to it. So this we would lose defend. Oh, we just gotta lose one of them. That's kind of silly. I kind of hate mysteries now. I think I never used this, but it could come in handy at just at the right time. So I'm gonna go with this one. You are able to latch onto the wall and manage to make a short hop onto another stable platform. All right, let's check out the merchant, see what's going on here. Draw 3 cards. Enemy lose 9 strength this turn. For any enemies that we have that, we can also save this in our hand now. That could actually be really helpful. Because like the last boss that we played, like he had strength on him, and that would have helped to lower his attack. Costs 1 less energy for each card discarded this turn. Deal 7 damage 3 times, but it costs 3. Deal 4 damage to all enemies twice, so that's 8, and it's probably upgradable. So that could be pretty cool. Do we go for more shivs in our hands? That'd be insane, dude. 5 poison could be great. This would also go with our whole blocking thing that we're kind of doing. So that could be really good. Can we do both? That would be, I think we can. It'd only be like 118. But do I go for this one or do I go for this one? Again, the ability to just get more cards in our hand could be crazy. But this being able to do 8 damage to all 4 damage to all enemies, which would be 8 damage twice. And then I'm sure we can upgrade probably this number. Could also be really helpful. But also this gives us the ability to kind of like divvy up everything. I think I'm gonna go for that. Okay, yeah, screw the mystery stuff. Let's go for monsters. I feel like we get better things out of that. If other enemies are still alive, it'll heal. Okay, so basically with this, we want to bring them down as close as possible to death without killing them, and then we can kill all of them basically all in one turn. So we have 12 damage coming our way. So whenever you play a card, you gain 1 block. And then, so we wouldn't get block from that card. We'd get extra block from this, so that would be 9. And then this would give us 10. I don't think it would be enough to block everything, but also like I'm not too worried about taking 12 damage. Actually, let's do this. We'll take this. I think this might help us. So we'll do this and we'll discard a card. So it sucks because like we'd get to, but we can't. I want to keep this in my hand. Actually, we could just spit. I want the extra shiv every turn too. Let's go ahead and do this one. So we've got 11. And then we'll do this for the extra shiv, which should give us 12. And let's go ahead and use this too. We'll deal 20 damage to this guy. Why not? Wow, though. Okay, so now at this point in time, we've got quite a bit of damage coming our way. So the question would be whether or not we can... So that would be 20. And then a week would lessen the attack. But I think the best thing we could do here to add to your hand, it costs 0 this turn. I was gonna say if we could kill one of these guys and also get some block, I think that would be preferred. That would be 30 damage, which would kill him, but again, then we're gonna take all this damage. We could use this, and then again, but when they all attack, dude, it's kind of crazy. The only other thing I could do is get rid of these cards, except for the ones that are 0. Get rid of these cards and hope that we get the card. We still have that card, right? Yeah, so this is the card that we're looking for. Is this the order though? I don't think it's the order. But what are the odds of us getting this card? If we get this card, then we'd reduce all damage to 0, and it would be awesome. I guess it wouldn't hurt. Discard your hand and draw that many cards. We didn't get it. Hold up though. Hold up. Dude, we still don't have it. Bro, I'm trying so hard right now. I don't need to heal right now, so let's get rid of those. Oh, okay. Dude, literally, how did I not get that card? I feel like I used so much up. So that'd be 20. Also, it might... No, it won't kill him though. Like, what do we think? What kind of colorless cards could we get that could potentially help us in this situation? Is the thing. I'm like, do I focus on blocking right now? Again, I could get 20 block and lower this. You have 32 damage coming my way. I think that's the best move to make. Is to just lower that. Well, we have 19. $26. Hold up. Isn't it supposed to cost 0 this turn? It's like, why would I do this? This is 7 damage 3 times. It's supposed to cost 0. Okay, thank God. So then we'll use it on him. So it's 16 plus 8, it's 24. So we blocked it. We blocked it. After using everything, we blocked it. Okay. He's gonna be regrowing back though, but I think he only comes back with 50% of his health. Okay, so now should I, like, my thing is, like, should I focus on shielding up or should I focus on taking these guys out? I mean, obviously maybe both, right? I guess let's do this. I don't think I have a card though to keep any of the blockage. Actually, yeah, so that was kind of pointless. Which, like, damn. Because I don't have the ability to... So I think I'm gonna do this. Oh, my hand is full. Okay, so how many cards can I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I can only have 10 cards. Okay, that's actually good to know. I didn't know that, so now we know. But again, they're like, yeah, we shouldn't use that card. And I would honestly say at this point in time, we should just obtain a potion, upgrade all the cards in your hand for the rest of combat. I would say save that until my hand's full, because then we'll be able to affect more cards, right? Okay, now that I'm looking at how much time we have, we're at 45 minutes on the video. And we are not that far, like we're not that far into Act 3, so we'll probably have to do a separate video for that. But okay, so this is the time when we're gonna want to, I guess we still have the dexterity up, so we are gonna benefit from that. Is there anything that's like, oh, if you use this card, doesn't look like it this time. Let's gain 11 block. I guess we'll go ahead and just do 4 damage to him because we can't really do anything to this guy for now. And then 16 damage. Actually, taking him out would be probably very good for us. So there's 9. I guess these are both 9 block. You know what? Let's actually go ahead and drink these up. I'm gonna drink this up. Oh, so this costs 0 now. 4 shivs. So let's do 12. Let's apply vulnerable to this guy. Let's do the shivs because then we can take him out. And then we can bring him closer. And then we're at 33. That's 16 plus 8. Yeah, so we don't need to worry about adding extra block. So at this point in time, we might as well go ahead and just do some damage on him. And we probably don't want to do any more damage to this guy. We'll probably want to wait until we get this guy closer, I would assume. Okay, so then we only have 7 damage coming our way this turn. So that should be a lot easier to block. Okay, now we have this card in our hand at least, and it doesn't disappear. So should be good there. I think we do damage every turn though, so we're gonna actually want to quickly get this guy down if possible. So let's do that. And then what do you think? Do you think we just gain block real quick? Just so that way we can block the 5 damage. See that now he's back. He's shielded. That's okay though. So let's go ahead. Let's gain block, and then we won't lose it, so that should be good. And then let's focus on trying to take these guys out. Let me make sure that one card's not in here. Okay. Let's do 4 damage on you. And then what I got? 7 damage, 12 damage. Let's do the 7 damage and then the 8 damage there. So now they're all at about the same amount of health. That guy just the guy in the middle just had a little extra armor, but it had disappeared. Okay. Again, it's all about timing here. Oh, and we're not gonna lose our block again. So that's perfect. So let's go ahead and do... So again, I don't want to kill him yet. I want to... Let's do 4 damage there. We'll make sure that we keep our block, and then... Okay, how do we do enough damage here? That's just on one person. I need so 3. Dude, it's so close. This is when I need that card that like or a potion or a card that just does like damage across the board. So why don't we go ahead and let's end him before he gets the shield. Right? And then next turn, they're not gonna have shields, so we should be able to just take them out this way. And we can handle the damage. Oh, like that. Bro, like that. I planned that. 100%. Okay. Unplayable. If this card is discarded from your hand, you draw 2 cards, though. Well, we do have cards where, like, we need to discard cards, so... But I feel like I always find a card that I don't need at the time. Innate. You deal 15 damage. Start each combat with this card in hand. So an immediate 15 damage card. That's kind of nice. To deal damage though, and also get weak, which deals weakened creatures deal 20% less damage. Would also be good. But you know what? I kind of want that card. Okay, let's do one more fight, but then I think we're gonna end it before we go to the elite, and then we'll start off with the elite on the next run. What's this guy have? Shifting. Oh my god. Okay, so this is upon losing HP, it loses that much strength until the end of the turn. There's so many things going on here, but it dies in 5 turns. So basically, we just have to survive, and then it'll die. So it's not really about doing damage to it at all. It's actually about just being able to block everything. So yeah, what's gonna be difficult though is trying to block without having more block cards. Because right now I've only got 10, and we're also gonna lose it all and take 10 damage right off the rip. But it's like kind of all I can do right now. I'm just gonna try to just get rid of cards at this point. It doesn't really help me. Oh, actually, no, that's perfect. I forgot that, yeah, honestly, I really don't need to do anything. I could use this. But, there we go. I could have probably just used that one attack and been fine. But we also aren't losing any of our block. So now he wants to do 37 damage, but we can increase our dexterity. Whenever we play a card, we gain block. And obtain a potion. Okay, so let's... 37 damage is kind of nuts, right? We have to also understand that, like, when we do damage, though, it also helps. So we kind of want to do as much damage as possible. So let's do this one. Actually, no, this is perfect, because this will lower the amount of damage that he's gonna do. So now we're Gucci. We're Gucci, and then let's obtain a potion. What do we got? Gain 5 regen. Regen heals HP at the end of your turn. Each turn regen is reduced by 1. Okay, so we would start with 5 and then okay. That's really good. Alright, yeah, we'll end our turn. Again, we only have to survive like 5 rounds with the guy. So now he wants to do 47 damage. So let's, I guess, start by getting rid of a card. Yeah, I don't think I need that one right now. So then we'll have 9. And then this is huge. I think we gotta use that. Oh, does that stay the entire time? Bro, it's actually kind of crazy. Okay, so now the question is do we deal 7? I think so. Let's deal 7. Yeah, and then we should be able to block all of that. And then honestly, cross for each time. Okay. Actually, let's see what we can do with this. That brings it down to 41. Actually, I think that's the way to go, 100%. So now it's reduced to just 1, yeah. And I think we get 2 rounds of that, which actually should, I think, keep us alive the rest of the combat, I think. Yeah, you still can only do 1 hand. Or 1 hand, 1 damage. So I say we just do that. What would... I don't think that does anything, because vulnerable just is like how many... It's not like how vulnerable he is, it's just, you know. Yeah, I'm kind of just like wasting time at this point, because I'm not going to take any damage this turn either. And he's dead. Sick. We'll take our gold, an attack potion, and then let's see what kind of card we want. Potentially, this one seems really good. Extra block and extra damage. All enemies lose 8 strength this turn, though. Again, like that's like a kind of card that I think would come in handy when you need it. And because we can keep the cards in our hand whenever we need to, it'd be cool to have this in our hand. But also, being able to get more block is still super important to me, so... I think I'm gonna go for the block card. And I think with that, that will conclude this video. So the next time that we start, we'll start with an elite boss, which should be interesting, because also it's gonna be the first fight of the video, so I won't have any warm-up. But we have a campfire afterwards if we want, so We should be okay. But yeah, that was basically it for today, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed watching the video. Again, if you enjoy what you're watching, feel free to subscribe so that way you'll be notified whenever I post new videos. And yeah, if you ever want to talk about anything, feel free to leave something in the comments. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next one. You guys have a good rest of your day. Peace out.